A lawyer who claims to have sustained a psychiatric injury while working for the Crown Office will have her £1.3 million damages claim heard in Scotland's highest civil court. Ms Malone, 53, is suing Scotland's most senior prosecutor, the Lord Advocate James Wolffe, QC, at the Court of Session in Edinburgh. Lawyers for Ms Malone claim that as her former boss he didn't do enough to stop her from suffering stress from overwork. The Herald revealed last month that Ms Malone, of Shawlands, Glasgow, claims she had to quit her job as a senior procurator fiscal depute after becoming ill with depression. She says her bosses didn't do enough to prevent her mental health problems and is seeking the sum to compensate her for loss of earnings. Her claims will now be assessed during an 8-day hearing at the court from September 8. Judge Lord Pentland fixed the proceedings to take place following a procedural hearing yesterday. According to legal papers lodged at the court in 2017, Ms Malone initially sued the former Lord Advocate Frank Mulholland, QC. He was appointed a High Court judge in 2016 and the case will continue against the current holder of the position, Mr. Wolffe. Ms Malone brought the case to court almost 3 years after she left her employment with the Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service in December 2014. Ms Malone, who started working for the COPS in September 1991, claims she left her position because she fell victim to stress that was created by overwork. She says bosses at the prosecution service ignored her complaints and requests for help. Ms Malone says that her performance at work was continually rated as being of a very high standard up until 2010 when she started working for the COPS's Health and Safety Unit. She claims she was given no training in health and safety law and she didn't receive any help from her managers. She says she began to feel tearful and stressed and started to drink more. She says she started experiencing stress and her bosses didn't do enough to alleviate her problems. Ms Malone said her issues continued when she started working for the COPS's Forensic Gateway Unit, which specialized in dealing with issues relating to DNA and fingerprint evidence. She claims her managers didn't do enough to deal with her workload and she continued to experience stress. Ms Malone said her bosses should have understood she suffered workplace stress because she was displaying physical manifestations of the condition. She says she started to suffer from depression in April 2012 and still continues to do so. The Lord Advocate is contesting the action. He denies the claims made by Ms Malone. He claims and says Ms Malone's managers were unaware she was suffering from stress caused by her workload. For more on this story, visit the news article link.